Government exists to protect us from each other. Where government has gone beyond its limits is in deciding to protect us from ourselves. I've noticed that everyone who is for abortion has already been born. The greatest leader is not necessarily the one who does the greatest things. He is the one that gets the people to do the greatest things. If we ever forget that we're one nation under God, then we will be one nation gone under. Within the covers of the Bible are the answers for all the problems men face. There is no limit to the amount of good you can do if you don't care who gets the credit. The most terrifying words in the English language are, "I'm from the government and I'm here to help." I have left orders to be awakened at any time during national emergency, even if I'm in a cabinet meeting. Live simply, love generously, care deeply, speak kindly, leave the rest to God. You can tell a lot about a fellow's character by his way of eating jelly beans. We don't have $1 trillion debt because we haven't taxed enough. We have $1 trillion debt because we spend too much. We must reject the idea that every time a law is broken, society is guilty rather than the lawbreaker. It is time to restore the American precept that each individual is accountable for his actions. I know in my heart that man is good, that what is right will always eventually triumph, and there is purpose and worth to each and every life. Status quo, you know, is Latin for the mess we're in. Heroes may not be braver than anyone else. They're just braver 5 minutes longer. Government's view of the economy could be summed up in a few short phrases. If it moves, tax it. If it keeps moving, regulate it. And if it stops moving, subsidize it. I've heard that hard work never killed anyone, but I say, why take the chance? Some people spend an entire lifetime wondering if they made a difference in the world, but the Marines don't have that problem. I hope we once again have reminded people that man is not free unless government is limited. There's a clear cause and effect here that is as neat and predictable as a law of physics. As government expands, liberty contracts. It isn't so much that liberals are ignorant. It's just that they know so many things that aren't so. Politics is not a bad profession. If you succeed, there are many rewards. If you disgrace yourself, you can always write a book. Freedom prospers when religion is vibrant and the rule of law under God is acknowledged. Recession is when your neighbor loses his job. Depression is when you lose yours. And recovery is when Jimmy Carter loses his. We will always remember. We will always be proud. We will always be prepared, so we will always be free. It has been said that politics is the second oldest profession. I have learned that it bears a striking resemblance to the first. The future doesn't belong to the lighthearted. It belongs to the brave. Socialists ignore the side of man that is the spirit. They can provide you shelter, fill your belly with bacon and beans, treat you when you're ill, all the things guaranteed to a prisoner or a slave. They don't understand that we also dream. Our natural, inalienable rights are now considered to be a dispensation from government, and freedom has never been so fragile, so close to slipping from our grasp as it is at this moment. To sit back hoping that someday, some way, someone will make things right is to go on feeding the crocodile, hoping he will eat you last. But eat you, he will.